Hello guys, my name is 711 and welcome to the third week of the Pokemon Battle Association Season 5. So before I introduce my opponent, I want to say that there are 4 divisions in the Pokemon Battle Association. I am in the Hydro Pump division, and then there's also the Fire Blast division, the Leaf Storm division, and the Thunder division. And there are 8 people in each division, so that means 7 battles right then and there. But also, it means that there are interdivisional battles. And what do I mean by interdivisional battles? That means that once every 3 weeks during this season, our records and our differentials will be analyzed comparatively to the other people in the other divisions, and so we'll have another matchup, and we'll be fighting one person from each of the other divisions. So this is week 3, and week 3 I am going to battle somebody from, I believe it is the Fire Blast division, and I placed second so far. At the moment, I'm second in the Hydro Pump division, and so I'm going to battle the person who is in second place in the Fire Blast division. So the person who is in second place in the Fire Blast division is Trevor, and Trevor is a pretty cool guy. Trevor is a newcomer to the Pokemon Battle Association, but he has been in several other leagues, and so he is a very skilled battler, and he is not new to this kind of format whatsoever. So he has an incredibly interesting team. He has the Dugtrio, the Infernape, the Latios, Vikavolt, Alolan Muck, and Minior. Now, he knows that Bronson is a threat, and so I'm sure that he brought Vikavolt for Bronson, and he probably brought Alolan Muck for Bronson. So I have the Groundium Z Swords Dance Earthquake set, and then also Recovery and Shadow Claw in order to hit anything else. I have a physically defensive Clefable, a physically defensive Pelipper. I have an Assault Vest, Goodra, and I have the standard Life Orb, Solar Panel, and Xerox a Ditto. He's just being Xerox a Ditto. So let's just jump right into this battle here, and this is going to be a really good battle, a lot of back and forth. Let's see what happens here. So I do battle Trevor, and he leads off with Dugtrio, and that looks like a Focus Sash lead to me, and so I start off with Mailman, and so I do bring the rain, and so Austin is just going to switch out, Austin the Dugtrio, and goes into this specially defensive Latios, and Mailman just goes for Surf, and I probably could have predicted a switch and have gone for Hurricane, but it's alright. It's okay. So Mailman comes back because I really can't hit this thing very hard with anything. So I go into this Assault Vest Doomdra as he goes for Substitute, and so that's kind of annoying. That is kind of annoying. So here's a Roost, and so that brings Latios back up to full HP as I decide to go for the Dragon Pulse to break the sub. So we are essentially at the point where, as if we both led with these 2 dragons, and it's raining. So that's at the point where we are right now. So of course Dragon Pulse breaks the Substitute, and he switches. He goes into Josh. Is that the Muck? Yes, it is the Alolan Muck. And so I go for another Dragon Pulse, and that does okay damage. I believe that means that it is Assault Vest, an Assault Vest variant. I'm not sure why I went for Thunder. I got a critical hit, so it's as if I went for another Dragon Pulse. And he gets a knockoff. Trevor really didn't bring any grass type coverage, so Sapsip or Goodra really wasn't going to do much. And I decided to bring Gooey mostly just for the Doug Trio and possibly the Infernape. So I don't have a clean switch into Muck. Because Clefable, a lot of things just don't really like to deal with Muck very much at all. So he switches, and I go for Flamethrower just in case that I could snag a burn on the Muck. I just went for Flamethrower, and it turns out that it just can just eat that up. So down goes Doomdra, a little early, so that's kind of upsetting. Now I go into Mailman here, and Mailman is in again, and Mailman was Eject Button. Eject Button is just so that I can get a good matchup on anything. He goes for the Fake Out, and there's a switch, and I go into Demon. And Demon is max defensive, and this is a great opportunity for me to get my Stealth Rocks up and going. Now I forget that Infernape gets Gunk Shot, and that does more than I want. So that is a very, very hard hit, and I'm not very happy with that. So I do go for a switch, and I believe I go into Bronson. I do go into Bronson. I calculated that Gunk Shot doesn't do a tremendous amount of damage to me, and Infernape just sets his own rocks. So that's kind of interesting. So Cole, the Infernape, is withdrawn. In comes Minior. So Minior does not like the Stealth Rock. And on this turn that Infernape switched out, Minior came in, I go for Swords Dance. Now, looking back at this team, Earthquake is only really good for Infernape and I guess the Doug Trio, and obviously the Muck. So anyway, I get a critical hit, and that was actually kind of important. There's the eject button, and so that was really odd. That was really, really odd. Not sure why. At the time, I wasn't sure why he did that. So he goes into Sam, and I know that a Bug Buzz is really going to hurt. Really, really going to hurt. So I decide, well, who's going to take a Bug Buzz? And I decide that that's going to be Demon, the Clefable. So at this point, he goes straight for the Savage Spin Out. A very cool animation. One of my favorite animations, actually. And that just looks really cool, really awesome, really painful, and it's awesome, in my opinion. Very clever. So Demon goes down, and I am down 4-6 now. So Solar Panel is in here, and I was hoping to scare it out, and I did. I was hoping to scare it out, so I decided to go for U-turn. And so Freddy is in here, and I go for U-turn. And apparently he was holding the bug-reducing berry, the Tanga Berry, not the Kebia. Kebia is poison, I believe. The Tanga Berry. Tanga Berry for the potential Scarf Heracross. That's why he was holding that berry. So Bronson is in here. And here's a Calm Mind. So on this thing, we have seen Calm Mind, Substitute, and Roost. So Latias only has one attacking move, and it's probably not Shadow Ball, because I have a couple normal types. So I get a critical hit Shadow Claw. I am not boosted. It's not a boosted Shadow Claw, and it turns out that Shadow Claw's a 2-hit KO anyway, so that super effective, that critical hit really didn't matter whatsoever. So Latias is down. I finally knocked something out. So Sam is really getting worn down by these stealth rocks, and I just go for another Shadow Claw for some extra damage. But Sam sets up the agility, and this is getting really scary really quickly. Really scary really quickly. So he goes for the Bug Buzz. Bronson goes down. Bronson, you did your job, buddy. You knocked out the Latias. And you hurt a few other things. So Xerox is in. Xerox is pretty much my only chance here because in agility, Vikavolt pretty much sweeps otherwise. So here's a Bug Buzz, and that takes out Sam. I'm at +3. This is a +3 Vikavolt, guys, because there's an agility and I'm Choice Scarf. So in comes Josh with the Assault Vest. I'm still assuming it's Assault Vest. I never actually calced it, but it was doing such little damage before, and it just barely missed the knockout. Just barely missed the knockout. So I go for another Bug Buzz because I still have that agility. So now I have an agility Vikavolt on the field, and he goes into Austin because Austin, the Doug Trio, I find out later that Doug Trio is Scarfed. Choice Scarf. So here's a Rock Slide, and that does take out Xerox the Ditto. I was kind of just playing to the fact that Rock Slide could potentially miss. So that's why I did that. And now I made a really bad play here. This is like the worst play in this whole battle. Is here's another Rock Slide, and once again I kind of predicted Rock Slide to miss, and so I went for Roost. And so now I'm at even less health than before, and I think that Rock Slide's going to beat me here. But Mailman does hang on, and I go for a Surf. And a Surf in the rain. I am not invested in special attack, but hey, that's enough to take out Austin. Critical hit probably did not matter. And it's now a 2 vs 2 battle. 2 vs 2 battle. There's no point in switching out at this point because of the Stealth Rock and the Pelipper. Mailman, the Pelipper does go down, and this is where I'm praying he has no Mach Punch. Please, no Mach Punch. Please, 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 no Mach Punch. There's no Mach Punch. No Mach Punch. Infernape goes down in the rain to a Surf. And that is actually the end of the battle, guys, because all that's left is Minior, and I outspeed the Minior naturally. And he dies to Stealth Rock anyway. So that's the battle. After all of that, Heliolisk, Solar Panel, putting in the work. And I do beat Trevor 1-0. After all of that, Clefable got a kill, Heliolisk got a kill, I should say Demon and Solar Panel got a kill, Mailman got a kill, Xerox got 2 kills, the Vikavolt and the Muck, and Bronson got a kill. So that was a very great game, and after chatting with Trevor for a little bit, I find out later that A, Choice Scarf Doug Trio, okay, also he was very scared for a Choice Scarf Heracross. And he brought 3 things to help remove that threat of a Choice Scarf Heracross. He brought only 2 things. He brought the Tanga Berry Latias so that it can live a Megahorn, but he also brought a Choice Scarf Dugtrio. And how is he going to make me how's he going to make Dugtrio come in cleanly against a Choice Scarf Heracross? That would be if Minior had the eject button. He wanted Minior to be bait for the Heracross. Heracross hits the Minior, switches out with the eject button, and then the Dugtrio is Choice Scarf, will outspeed, and then go for the Air Slash. I'm sorry, not Air Slash, the Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace to the Heracross, and that would be the end of Heracross. But ultimately, I did not really have a lot of preparation for a Vikavolt, and Vikavolt really did a lot to my team. Luckily, I had Xerox the Ditto to put a stop to that before Vikavolt swept. I actually brought Ditto just in case the Minior was the typical Shell Smash sort of set. But anyway, that's the battle, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and by the way, good job, Trevor. You did well. You did very well. And good luck to you with the rest of the season, and perhaps I'll see you in the playoffs. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, then like this video, comment on this video, share it with your friends, and click subscribe if you haven't already. And on that note, guys, I will see you all later. Peace.